Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode, stream, whatever, because it's finally here. Wanda Vision. And as you can see, yes, I pointed the right way. I have with me my partner in crime, the cosplay girl, the fantastic girl, and also better known as Gabby.
What's up, everybody?
Ooh, and if you haven't checked out our previous stream yet on Gabby's channel, please do. Link is in the bio. And we basically talk about our favorite comics with Wanda and Vision. And of course, without further ado, I had to have him on here. I asked him this weeks ago, like, please be here because he is like the godfather of knowledge, especially when it comes to Discord.
Thank you, baby. Thanks, guys. This is gonna be fun. Yes. How are you guys?
Good. I'm too
We're
excited.
good.
Oh my God. I can't say
Right.
enough about these. Did you put out the warning?
Well, okay. So if you haven't read the Instagram yet, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, click away and catch it on the rewind because
Yeah.
if it's not us, Gabby and I, dropping a bit of knowledge for sure, Robert will give you the Old Testament on Wanda. So
Yeah.
No. I don't want to spoil it all. I want people to read their books, is what I want.
right.
You gotta read
True.
the book. You gotta go back and read the story. Because, like I said to you ladies, Scarlet Witch is very underestimated. And it bugs me. It's bugged me for years. And there's like my collecting friends, my buddies, they understand where I'm coming from. And some of them out there don't agree, and some of them agree, but that's all good. That's where we're all, this is what this is about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is also why I was pissed off with the MCU that they bring in Captain Marvel. I mean, I love Captain Marvel, but to make her like the strongest Avenger while you have Scarlet fucking Witch there, get the fuck out.
My point. And I don't want to say, I will not bash on your superhero, Miss Marvel. So I'm not going to. There's a lot wrong with that movie. Not the story, but the movie. That's all.
Yeah, it's not a
I'm
movie
sorry,
that
but
I
here's my little tiny complaint about that. Miss G loves that movie. We've watched it multiple times. I've gave it 3 chances, and I like it for certain things. What I don't like is if you really pay attention, she cannot run. She runs like a pterodactyl. Watch
but
her.
she can't act.
I'm not going to say that because she can act. I got to give her something. I got to give her some kudos. I mean, we're going to get her back. So.
Yeah, well, hopefully,
Can I say something really quick, buddy? Honey, in your chat, I want to say thank you, Hack. I received your books. Thank you so much, buddy. I just want to say thank you. I will open them later. Sorry.
Well, let's just go to the chat real quick then and say hello, Las Cruces.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Who's this?
Who is that in the beginning? Yeah. Hey, how do you say that?
Verse carton. If it's Verse carton. Gabby, help us out.
Verscarton.
I hope we said that
I
right.
can say it in Dutch. Vers carton.
Hey, that sounds good. Oh, I like this one.
Oh,
Yo, Hack.
You ain't getting shit. He didn't pay shit. Oh.
What is he talking about? 69. No, never mind. Okay. It's over my head.
It's a guy thought. 69.
Oh, come on, Hack. Seriously, man. Jeez. Really? Okay. Peanut butter is not the way. It's honey. So.
You remember that?
Sorry, Hack. Anyway.
Are you here against your will? Oh. Whoa, newbie entered. He
Newbie
probably already left.
comic. Whoa, what's up?
Oh, snap.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. We will get to that. Thank you so much, Hack. I really appreciate it. I haven't opened them yet, so I don't know what's in there. I totally forgot, so I'll open them later.
And the banana.
Everybody out there, put me on here real quick.
Oh. How do I do that? Oh,
There we go. Everybody out there in YouTube land, everybody in the chat right now, please give us a big old likes. Please share, subscribe, and if you don't like spoilers, just move on to something else and just come back to us because we are going to talk about Wanda. All right, sorry, it's going to happen.
just get the fuck out.
Sorry.
Okay, I personally watched this episode twice in a row. How many times have you seen it, Gabby?
I only watched it once.
That's okay.
I was really trying to pay attention, like really hard.
Rob, go ahead.
Sorry. I watched it twice. Me and Miss U watched it twice. Now I have to say I like what the MCU is doing with this because they're making it interesting. They're making it, they've pumped this out for so long. People are coming to watch it. And for us old timers out there, I'm not saying anything bad about the younger generation, might not understand what these episodes kind of are representing. The old TV land. If you watch old Dick Van Dyke, if you old Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and all those, it'll make a little sense to you. What's that?
Lucy, forgot
Lucy, exactly. Lucy, all those. So what they're doing with this creative aspect of it is, as far as I'm concerned, it's awesome. And they're giving out, it's like a big mystery. What is happening? I watched it twice. And by the way, for all you guys out there, if you want to know a little trick that's interesting, if you've seen all the Easter eggs throughout the 2 episodes, which I've seen quite a bit, a lot of people missed a lot of different things I've noticed. When you watch it the second time around, put your
subtitles.
What was it?
Subtitles.
Put your subtitles on and pay attention. Thank you, sweetheart. Pay attention to the writing and the way everything is worded. Even though something might not seem right, just read it. There's stuff in there. And it's fun. I'm fun. My heart's still pounding and I'm just excited. Sorry.
Yes. The more you watch it, the more you notice the little things.
Yep.
Because I like the fact, for example, in the first episode, they talk about her being the European wife, but yet she's living the typical American dream that you've seen in all these TV shows and movies, the white picket fence, her accent being American suddenly, and already she's like living the dream, but she has no grasp on it because there's absolutely no history. And I like to see her struggle constantly, especially when there's questions.
Yes.
Like, how long have you been married? Where are you from?
Yes. And then like that stall. You're like, what?
They're like,
hint.
Yeah, you see her struggle, and I really like that. And first of all, the acting is amazing by everyone in the show. And the one that also really caught my attention was Agnes, who I really start to wonder, is it Agatha?
Yes.
The teacher.
There you go.
I'm scoring some points here. Woo!
Okay. Did you notice that? Fantastic Girl? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually.
How about the town? Where the town is located?
I thought it was like a reference to the old 80s comic books.
Exactly right. You got it.
But it was New Jersey, I believe, then.
Yeah.
And like right there in the beginning, you see them like coming in as in their wedding attire, and like you see Wanda like pop a sold sign on the for sale sign, and that was like in the 80s comics. I'm like,
Yep. Oh, look who's in the house, honey.
Oh,
She said it. Westview.
the queen has arrived.
Hi, sweetie. Pleasantville. It's not Superman, damn it. Or Superboy, or whatever you want to call it.
WandaVision so confusing. You need to watch it twice and sit on the web. Exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome to our doom.
For us fans out there, I'm loving it. There's a lot more to come. That I think they deliberately made. That's why they pumped out these 2 episodes, first and second, to kind of gradually bring people into it to get a little bit of understanding. This will get better. We've talked about, predictions of what this is going to do. But if we look at, let's look at old MCU, like Marvel, for example. Marvel almost went bankrupt in the early 90s. What saved Marvel? Do you remember the movie? No,
X-Men?
the movie. No, that was Blade.
Blade, yeah.
Blade the movie brought them into flourish. What's that?
Oh yeah, that was before. That was like 99, 98.
So right around there. They almost went bankrupt. They were losing a lot. They were just bleeding money. And they started trying to get into the movie production. And when they brought out Blade, it's still a hit to this day. I mean, it's still a good movie, but it saved Marvel in a way. It really did. It got them on the map. And then they started bringing out the movies. Then the movies started coming years down the road, talking about it. Boom, boom, boom. They finally did something. Okay, as an example, this whole thing. For all of you specs out there and people who you can disagree to agree. I don't care. But Big Al said it the best. My brother Big Al, Dusty Big Brown, I'm telling you, I got that feeling as well. So him and I are kind of agreeing on a little tidbit. So we've been waiting for all of our other superheroes to cross over into MCU, right?
Okay. Yes.
X-Men, Wolverine, Rogue. How many times are they going to do my Phoenix? Ugh! And not get it right,
Right.
Now look how many times they've done it. I mean, there's great moments, but frustrating. Yeah, just gonna say it. Fox again. It might not be the producer's fault or the movie maker's fault. It might be they need a good director. Look at what they're doing in the MCU. They need good directors. Look at all of our Spider-Man movies. That's Sony property. So what happened? Long story short, all those properties like Silver Surfer, I'm just brain farting right now because I'm just
Fantastic Four.
Sorry, Morbius and all those characters, the Fantastic Four, exactly, X-Men, Wolverine, all those guys, those franchises were split up. They were split in half. So one company has the control of it and the other company. And this is the problem we have when we try to watch our favorite stuff on the big screen and reading material of our comics and our collecting and as our hobby and putting them together. You have 2 corporations. Yes, it's money in the end for these big corporations making hand over fist. It's like, yeah, you put out a movie, even if it's from Fox, I'm going to watch it. Yeah, here, just take my money. I'm going to watch it. Because it's my hero. It's one of my characters I like. I'm going to watch it, whether it's bad or good. So
you haven't sat through Apocalypse, right? I was like,
Psylocke. You see where I'm going with this? And here's my little with all my buddies out there that gave me shit about Scarlet Witch for years. Look what's happening. And here's what's cool. Like I said about Blade, what I see predicting to happen, and this is speculation, of course. Can't say it's going to happen for sure. But who's going to come into the fold, finally come into the fold to the MCU, where they can get part of their licensing back and be able to work with these characters and make these characters real like they should be, like they did with the Avengers. X-Men, boom. And who do we get to thank for that? Wanda.
Bring in Magneto.
Yes, she's gonna bring them full force forward, and that's the exciting thing. And I keep saying this to you, Sandy, and you guys. This is an exciting time for us as collectors and readers and fans of this genre for years. And I keep saying this. It might not be, but it technically, this is like our Renaissance period with our heroes. You know, it's nice to see them put it on. Yeah, books are always better. Comics are good for certain things. Novels are good for good story. And sometimes they get it right and sometimes they don't get it right on the screen. But it gives you that eye candy of what you read on the page, which is beautiful, you know. Just they would get it right.
And comic book collectors like us, we notice the little things like that.
Yes, exactly.
Plus, it's also a nice doorstep for people to get into the comics. That's why I wanted Sarah here, but I think she's still asleep in Australia because she doesn't know much about these characters, but she has watched the series. So it would be cool to have like a duality going on. Like she only knows the movies. And
oh my goodness. Yeah, I remember watching that. I couldn't believe the movie she hasn't seen yet. Right? I was like, what? What rock are you under? But I got it. I understood why. After she said all that. Yeah, I understood why. Well, we have movies to watch with her and then quiz her on it, see what she thinks. That's
we know that Eddie Murphy is the donkey, so
I mean, I put him in Golden Child and thing. I'm like, what about Golden Child? Golden Child was awesome. Coming to America. I'm like, what?
Beverly Hills Cop. But back to episode 1. What I noticed right away was that Vision has issues with getting grasp of this reality because he's constantly asking questions. That's what I found really interesting. I can see you wanting to explode.
No, I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting. Ladies first.
Yeah, he was like always asking like his coworkers like questions.
What are we doing here?
And I'm like, what exactly do we do here? I was like, okay.
Now
something's going on with him.
What was that again?
I was like, okay, something's going on with him. Like, what is happening?
Confirming that he is so-called not a robot. No, I'm just like you, carbonite, and you're working like a computer.
Yeah.
Notice
like a walking computer
about that? Do you guys notice something about that? He speaks with logic.
Oh,
logical terms, big time. Think about it. It's like that's his DNA. Everything is a logical question, logical answer. Things don't make sense of him. Look when he was talking to that boss and he's talking about computations and he's like bored out of his fucking brain. Sorry for my language. Bored out of his brain. And he's sitting there. What? You can see it. His mind working. And the other guy's like, so yeah. I don't want to explode. I'm sorry. It's like
the struggle is real.
It is really real. But you know, this is awesome. You have to admit, I thought it was, I think it's very creative work on Marvel side, on MCU side. Very creative work.
Yes.
So can I say one thing? Can I say a little tidbit?
Go ahead.
Did you guys notice the helicopter in the bushes?
Yes.
Yeah.
The color pattern of it.
Yeah, red and what was it? Yellow?
Think about Tony Stark, Iron Man. The color variations.
Yeah. It had a sword symbol on it.
Yep.
The beekeeper. Also sword.
Mm-hmm.
It was also the only thing that was in color.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When they moved everything at the end. Yep. Things are trying to transverse, and someone's trying to break in to get into her head. Figure out someone's got you trapped. What's going on? You know, you can see that you're lost. It's like
who's doing this to you, Wanda?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, I Shanny, I'm gonna say this now. Oh my God, if it goes anywhere down the story mark where she's showing the babies now and you see the babies in the thing, and you see them in the previews. But if it only goes down that story arc where she gets pissed and they hide one of the babies.
She's got a snap.
Because we were talking about it where we were earlier this week on our stream.
You said it there too.
It's Shield. Yes, I also mentioned that on the stream. I said it's a new version of Shield, but I couldn't think of the name. So I was hoping that maybe they will bring back Agent Coulson or Agent May, because I would love Ming-Na Wen to get another big break, because she's awesome. What was the other thing? We were also talking about, like, it was Freaky Louie that reminded us the name Mephisto.
Yep.
Because Agnes is talking about the husband that you currently are not seeing, and then the devil is in the detail, and he's not only there.
It's possible. Yes, we're talking about this guy, guys. Mephisto. That's what we're talking about. Not Silver Surfer, but this character right here. So anyway, okay. So Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and also, you ever think about Xavier in his mind controlling her? Look what Xavier has done to our super one, like Rogue and those characters, where he got into their mind to control them or
the
block
villain.
their brain.
He's the villain. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah.
So think about it, because I've mentioned this to Gabby on the other stream. He is always the one ass licking all the government, and then here I sent out a few mutants. Please praise me. Whereas Magneto, he's very protective, and he wants to create his own Israel for his mutants. Like, come here, I'll protect you. Even in House of M, he is willing to sacrifice his own daughter. So,
Yep.
And another thing is that there are rumors going that Quicksilver might make an appearance as well in this series. So I'm like low-key dying. Like,
it's so cool. It's so cool.
What's his name? Ian Keller, the one that plays Magneto. What if he shows up, or like Fassbender at the end, like Wanda?
I'm fine with either.
Even the possibilities. There's so many possibilities here. You know, I think I know we're pretty close. I think where it's going to go. But even think about it, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. Well, who knows?
Fantastic Four is announced, so if you want a next big baddie, I would say go for Doctor Doom, and then slowly you can build up Galactus.
If you look at all of these stories, Doctor Doom has always had his hands in everything, from X-Men to Fantastic. He's a super baddie. A lot of people underestimate him.
Never.
No.
He's also one of the big guys in House of M in the reality of Quicksilver, where Magneto is the big boss and Doctor Doom, and hey,
nice.
Girl, if you still want to join, I sent you the link. So it's probably still like a morning face for you.
I'm the only guy here. Come on, get another female in.
There's another thing I wanted to say. Like, I know they confirm that the show will definitely relate to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Exactly right, because it's going to have a little bit of that's definitely foreseen, especially when it's going to have her, because also, you know, in our stories, Doctor Strange used his powers to control Scarlet Witch too, because they know how powerful she is. Xavier has done it with other characters. Doctor Strange is doing it because he sees that she's playing with chaos. She's using chaos magic. It's unpredictable.
Chaos household.
Yes,
but he also enters her reality in House of M. You know, like he shows up, and so I guess that will also happen near the end of the series, so that the anticipation will only be bigger and bigger. Like,
yeah.
And probably it's also, she is probably the big reason that, you know, we get all these different Spider-Mans and the multiverse together. Like, I even said it to Gabby on our last stream. Like, I said, maybe it's far-fetched, but what if when the snap happened, Wanda was already playing? Because suddenly Iron Man was having, a happy life with a child. Captain America went back in time and lived his life. Like, what? Maybe it's far-fetched, but what if she was already playing then? You don't know.
Exactly. And remember, she is a mutant. People got to remember that.
Yep.
She is a mutant.
Oh my God.
It's so exciting.
All right. Because if you think back on Infinity War and Endgame, she was the one saving the day. Like, in that sense, she's kind of like her dad. Like, she will sacrifice herself.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
how they were struggling, and then she showed up in Infinity War and just basically just with her magic stops the entire whatever thing it was, and she left Vision even knowing that her mission was to protect Vision, but she was like, fuck it, they need me right now. So and then Endgame, like, who the fuck needed Captain Marvel? She was single-handedly destroying him. So that was, even Gabby did a video, I saw it. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. And then you will, and the eyes and everything just goes up. It
was like one of my favorite parts. I was like fangirling like big time during that part.
And how she also was just like literally just throwing her hands with the power, and it was so active.
Yeah.
Huh?
Correct, Miss G, honey. You're right. Yeah, it's a possibility, but it would be the best way of introducing this into the whole multiverse thing.
Yeah, it's a prelude because it's announced that Scarlet Witch will also be in the
Strange
Madness thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I always forget the name.
That's where I see. I'm telling you, that's where I see the whole House of M drop right there. Because remember, girls. I'm sorry. There's two things. You guys out there got to learn something. A scorned woman, not good. And if she's a redhead, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you basically see her, traumatized, which is also the commercials that makes it everything even more interesting. Because in episode 1, you have the Stark. You hear the Tony Stark thing before he starts blasting, and you hear like a ticking thing, which takes you back to Sokovia, where she's telling, like, we were waiting for Stark to the rocket to explode, where she was still having an accent. And
exactly.
And what was his name again? Strucker. He being the one that
experimented on them.
Yeah. And then the particular sentence, like, he'll make time for you. I was like, what the fuck are they on here? Because it's so confusing. But hold on, he's pointing his finger up.
No, that's awesome, because I like what you said there, because there was line, or there was a couple lines, but I wrote down the kind of the highlight of this. And this is what Vision says in the second episode. See if you guys can find it. So you go watch it and you can find it. I'm talking about your community. I'm sorry. Humans are only humans are fooled every day due to their lack of understanding of the entire awakenings of the universe. He says this in a bunch of dialogue when he's doing the play.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meaning in some of that stuff. So it's like, I know it's not just hoopla. Some people think it's just like, oh, whatever.
I mean, he's basically talking about mind control. So,
and you look at his expression on his face, look at that. What was that? Doctor Strange is also good at. Yep. Well, kinda. I'll argue that one. Kinda.
He helped Thor.
Yeah, he did. Kinda. I like Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong. I just. Yeah. You have to realize he's like. No, I love Doctor Strange. I really do. I think he's a great character.
But they fucked him over in Infinity War
That's what
and
pissed me off.
Endgame because they make him seem like a god in his own movie, and then suddenly it's just like, oh, I have a bunch of butterflies.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. You said
he's holding the water.
And then they made him turn to dust.
Yeah.
I was like,
What the toaster does not do a repulsor sound. It's a Stark bomb sound. Yeah. Awesome. Very good.
But in the beginning, you hear that before the hand starts always firing up. So, oh my goodness.
Miss G is saying, who? Doctor Strange? Oh, okay. I'll wait. Yeah. Big kudos.
I made some notes because I'm so forgetful, so I have to read it.
I do too. I always do. I'm old, so.
Me too.
Notice the advertisings in it. Here's an example.
Yes.
Did you notice the milk carton in the back wall?
No.
There's a picture in the back wall, and if you look at the milk carton, it says Bova milk, kind of from our old country.
Sokovia.
Yeah, exactly. There's a link there. What else is there? What did you get? Well, tell me your thoughts, you guys.
Well, what I did notice was, especially with the toaster, how the woman started looking very confused, like in the camera, and it's just it's just a trippy mind fuck just watching it on its own. You're just like, what is going on? Like it goes over your head so easily, but yet not.
She was acting like it was gonna like explode or something.
Right.
Yeah, she was just staring into the wild, and I really loved like all the confusion with all the characters. Also, the lady that was from the '70s show that's like, stop it, stop it,
yes,
stop it, stop it.
Kind of like a program, yeah.
Why are you here? Damn it! And then, I was like, yeah, why are you here?
What was it? What did you get too?
Well, no, I really want to rewatch that scene because now I want to look at the posters.
Fantastic Girl. What else did you see too?
One of the first things I picked up on right away was the sword symbol.
Yep.
Like when they showed someone working on the computer or something, and
when they pulled back. Yep.
Yeah, and I saw the sword symbol. I was like, "Swords coming!" Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the sentence, "Forget your past. This is your future."
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for more. Oh, I want more.
Because you would think, because that's how old advertising would go, even with cigarettes, they would tell you this is the best thing in your life. Go smoke.
Exactly. And it's like it might not have nothing to do with it, but I still was paying attention to it. And then I was looking at the numbers, and there was, where was it? Oh, okay. On the helicopter, there was on the side, it was 3003. And I think on the door, it said 57. The address was 2800. And I don't know, the numbers were just driving me crazy. I may be looking. Just like, yeah, the toaster, exactly. The toaster had toaster mate 2000 in a 50s thing. What? That's
but then also you think like, but it's Stark. They were very already ahead of the time, and
still doesn't quite fit though.
Nope.
Nothing fits really.
Yeah.
But what I also noticed was at the dinner table, because the guy really says like the household of chaos, but then when all the questions are being asked, and then the husband asks something, and the lady goes, no, wait a minute, they are setting up their story. And I'm like,
exactly.
He is.
Sorry.
Yeah, but the same goes with the date, right? Like you can go so far with the heart. Like, what type of date?
I have to say big kudos to Disney MCU. I think they did, the whole retro thing, and just the inventive, creative team who put this together as a story to go into other things, to better things, what people have been waiting for forever, I think is just awesome.
Yeah, I legit got the chills when the MCU intro started. I was like, oh my God, this really is part of the MCU.
Guys, you want to see something cool. If you didn't see it, this is a cool one. So after you watch those on Disney as well, these are, I could watch it over and over and over again. Watch Marvel Legends. They got a Vision and they have a Scarlet Witch, and it's all the best parts out of the movies. They spliced them all together. They're like 2 or 4 minutes long, whatever they are. They're so cool. They show you Scarlet Witch, all the stuff that she's done throughout all the movies, and then it goes to the Vision on his story. So it's giving you clues. I like the way they did that, because the people that don't know what this is about, that's giving you an understanding. Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure they got bombarded with tons of questions from members, fans, non-fans out there, new fans out there, like, what is this? So they put out Marvel Legends to give you a better understanding about the two characters. So there you go. Go watch Marvel Legends, and that will give you a better understanding. Then come back and watch WandaVision.
Yes, because a lot of times people tend to forget that she single-handedly with one hand destroyed the stone. Yep. But I think it was also in Age of Ultron when the Hawkeye tried to save her, that she already controlled the stone. And
yep,
I mean, she is so powerful.
Yep. She's like, they call her, what a lot of my buddies will say, she's overpowered. No, she's not. She's a mutant. She's just learning how to control it. That's the biggest thing. That's what every person, every entity, no matter fake or non-fakes, always been an issue. Control of power, no matter what it is. I'm going to read this little quote to you that I found really interesting, because it kind of goes off with our jive with its WandaVision. And it says this: it's okay if you don't understand. So if you didn't understand the show, it's not okay to try not to understand. There you go.
You either stay dumb fuck for the rest of your life, or you let your subconscious work.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm just, putting it out there in regular English for people to understand.
Thank you, Shani. It frustrates me. I just like, I get people to ask me questions, and please, if you want to ask me questions on Instagram, it's the Comic Book G Spot on Instagram. If you want to ask me a question about it, I'm more than happy to answer the question. So it's like, I get questions like that. A lot of new people that ask about it. Yes, exactly, sweetheart. That is well said right there. Remember, these are just a few pieces of the marvelous puzzle. Beautifully said, Oni. Thank you, love. Perfect.
Because they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, of course they do.
I don't know how many episodes.
8? I think there's supposed to be 8. I think. 8. Or maybe 9. It might be 9.
Probably just like The Mandalorian.
Yeah. No, that was a little bit more, I think, Mandalorian, wasn't it? What did Mandalorian end on? 9 or 8? I can't remember.
I think it was 8. I think we were like 2 months we were in there, and then it was done.
Right.
Also, at the dinner table, how when the guy's choking, how they all kind of like start to lose their mind and things start to get shaky a bit, and even Vision is looking confused, and then she's like, "Vision, help him."
Yeah.
That was really interesting. Like, she really is the puppeteer in this play. That laugh.
Also that little tidbit, and even Miss G mentioned it too, and I noticed it right away too. The bottle of wine.
Yeah.
the M on the bottle. You know, I was just like, his tie with the square and the two. Look at Vision's tie in the very first one. He's got a square and two dots and then two stars on both sides and a square around two people. Symbolism. You look at it. Just,
I didn't pick that
I'm not exaggerating this, you guys. Go and look at this. And also, if you go back and you watch the Bewitched version of it, right at the very beginning, if you remember old Bewitched, they would show Bewitched on her broom and she'd go across the moon and then it would show the name Bewitched. Right as the moon shows, and it shows WandaVision, shows whatever right there on the top, it kind of fades and you see it like deliberately sticks on the moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 stars around. That's not normal. That isn't in the original. That was planted in there. Just, I'm telling you.
The devil is in the detail.
Yeah, look at Miss G. Yeah, that was intense. Yes, baby.
But what are your thoughts then with these stars? Because you mentioned it before in the backstage, and I'm just so curious because it keeps running in my mind. Like, what does he exactly mean with that?
Yeah.
See, it's the shape. Follow the stars of the shape, and look at the shape. That will give you your answer. What do you think? Fantastic Girl. I want some comment. Give me some. Maybe there's something you've seen. You watched it. I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Tell me, maybe you've seen something I didn't see.
I'm trying to remember. Unfortunately, I didn't take notes.
No, that's okay.
I'm scrolling back now to the goddamn moon.
Are you really?
Yes.
I got you going, huh? So seriously, what did you? Okay, what part? Okay, you as a female. Here's a good one. You as a female, what's exciting about this character that you're liking? What is it that you're liking about her? How about that?
Okay. Well, first of all, I love how powerful she is. Like her powers, like, are endless, basically. So, I mean, I tend to be drawn to strong, like, female characters to begin with. So,
Me too.
It was pretty easy to, like, fall in love with her, basically.
Yeah.
And, like, seeing her in this position was a really interesting thing to see.
Sure. Do you have a lot of her books or collections? What was your favorite story arcs? I mean, because there's been multiple ones. Did you have any?
Well, not when she first appeared in the MCU.
Right.
I've been starting to get more and more into Scarlet Witch because I'm still learning myself.
No, that's okay. That's all good.
So, but I do have House of M and Avengers Disassembled is another big one.
Yes, another good one. And believe it or not, it's like, I remember when House of M came out, not a lot of fans liked it. I loved it. It got a lot of hate.
So good.
He got a lot of hate that comic did.
It's so good though.
Yes, it is.
Got a lot of hate.
Yes, they got a lot of hate when it came out. Not a lot of people like it. Yep. I know. That's what I said. I'm like, seriously?
That was the first modern trade that I bought.
Yeah.
And then I went after Carol Danvers as Miss Marvel. But I'm looking at this now, and I just don't get it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the stars. Like, is it it's not a pentagram, right?
No, I gotta go back and watch it.
Is it the hex?
There you go. There you go. Now you're figuring it out. Yeah.
Because they use the same thing at the end. When they close, when she and Vision are together, and then it stops. Like
right
at every episode.
Yeah.
It's,
right. Exactly.
But for me, the reason why I love Scarlet Witch is that I can relate, having been through so much shit. Emotionally, it's really intense, and at one point, it has to come out, and it can come out in either a way where you can just talk about it, but when you keep it inside, it's gonna explode, and it can become really ugly.
Yep. Exactly. That's what's making this exciting. It's just like, man.
Yeah, just let her release some stress and some emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But with her power, it's just.
Mm-hmm. You thought Thanos was such a badass without his here. Okay, Thanos is a warlord. We all know that. He's a little off the deep end. We all know that. He wanted to bring balance, kind of like they did with Star Wars. Bring balance to the Force, or bring balance to the universe. Okay, so he snapped his finger. Realize how he acted at the end of Endgame? It's like he didn't really acknowledge her at all.
I don't even know who you are.
No. Yeah. It's like those little subtle things that are in there. It's really cool.
Yeah, because Gabby and I also talked about this in the previous stream, how Thanos is more compassion with his 50%, whereas Wanda says no more mutants. Out of the 10,000s, only 100 something are left.
95% of all mutants just gone.
Well, see, that's another story in itself too, because Doctor Strange did something very similar to that, and it's where this is during the time in the comics where Doctor Strange had a problem with vampires, and he used a spell and killed all the vampires on Earth, wiped them all out, except for one he could not kill, and that was Morbius, the living vampire. Yeah. Sorry. Unfortunately, the news stories are just so disappointing. The artwork is great, but the stories were not that great. But
I bought that book in particular, the news series, but I think I only got like the first 2 issues. And that's one of those things that I've been meaning to ask you also for a long time. Like, which storyline do I have to read in order to get to know him?
Go. You know what? I'll send you a book with your next shipment that I'm going to ship out, because there's a big reason for this. Right here, you're getting another one of these.
Oh my god.
Okay, and this is from Thorough. Okay, this is a note from Thorough, and I'm going to put that in the next package that goes out. Okay, so that's from Thorough.
In case you haven't seen it, he's hanging in the back.
Yeah, I seen it. I did see it. Thank you. I'm on your wall. Yay! Okay, if you haven't read this one, 101, you'll get a good laugh. That's the very first appearance of Morbius. Very good one. Go and read the. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't see what it is. I'm sorry. I'll have to tell you later. Let's continue on with the story. We're going off subject. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all part of the MCU, so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna blame MCU.
In episode 2, right away at the start, how Vision is afraid of the sound that's going on, and it sounds like a sound that is outside of the actual reality, because soon after you have that helicopter, and at the end of the episode where the beekeeper shows up and she's like, no, and then she reversed to like the dream that she wants to have instead of being confronted with the reality.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is that sound?
Yeah.
Or Adventures is it
Adventures in the Fear, issue 20 through 31. That's Morbius. Read that line. It's 20 through 31. Adventures in the Fear. That's his first mini series. You'll get a good laugh because there's also Blades in that as well. Down the line.
Oh. Also, Geraldine that shows up, that she is a bit confused with her name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm Wanda. Oh, I'm Geraldine. That makes you almost think, like, did she maybe? I don't know. It's like you just go, hey.
We have a lot of exciting things coming with MCU. The other movie I'm really looking forward to seeing, and here's a little tidbit too for you guys, is the next Black Panther. I'm hoping they can give it some justice. For lots of reasons, and everybody knows that. But Shuri in it, his sister. We forget that she's got tech from Vision. She was trying to repair him, remember? Trying to fix the stone. She's got that data. She has that data. So a lot of people forgot about that as well. I pay attention to that. I love that movie. I've watched it like multiple times. There's so much with that movie.
God damn it, Rob.
I know. It's a crisscross. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's the example here. A perfect example of this. So sorry, everybody out there, if we've given you too much. I apologize. I'm trying to retain myself because I do want you to go watch the movie, watch the show. So I'm trying not to give too many spoilers. We're giving our 2 cents in it because we're huge fans. And just like the comics, if you go back and read the comics, and they done the same thing with my fellow, Silver Surfer and the rest of them, where they're very convoluted stories. Shoot, I'm waiting for.
Flubber is on Disney Plus.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think of Shuri.
Yes, see, he put it in there. Exactly right. And she's got that information. She's got that data. Jarvis. We have to remember about Jarvis and the whole thing of how Vision was originally created. Yeah. Chaos. Think about it. Chaos on his creation. Chaos in her life. 2 peas in a pod. What do you get?
Madness. Yeah, because allegedly she's supposed to be Monica Rambeau.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is another interesting thing because she is also known as the other Captain Marvel.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Or is she then the Captain Marvel of Wakanda?
So I'm thinking she has to be part of SWORD then.
Oh, for sure. Maybe that's also the symbolism of the helicopter. Like they infiltrated in your reality because they were already taking notes, and with the radio signal. Because I'm really curious. Like I cannot place that voice. Who is that voice? Because I'm going through like all the actors that I've seen so far in the MCU. Maybe I'm missing out. But who's doing this to you, Wanda? Because I thought at first, like, is it Hawkeye? No. Because that will be like a reference to the comics as well. Damn it. But now I got my mind on Wakanda.
Sorry.
No, it's cool because it makes you think even more, like how literally deep this goes. I mean,
the whole thing. You look at you put the movies together. Some of it is a little out of just a tiny bit, not too terrible. Even when you add the Spider-Man movies into that, little references, where is the time frame that they're trying to place this, and you're trying to follow with all of these characters coming into the fold. It makes it exciting, very exciting. There's so many little things.
Like it makes me also very curious about all the other commercials that will show up, because that also leaves like a lot of hints. Because so far, it's just what has traumatized her so far.
Yep. Oh man! And you notice how they actually do the advertising for this show. A lot of the little snidbits that they've added that you haven't seen yet.
I know.
like the two babies in their arms and little references to that. You're kind of like, what?
Damn it, for the children, but there are no children.
Continuously being dropped. All of them saying that in the crowd and all that.
Yeah.
But then who is Dottie? Because apparently she is very important in that neighborhood and you have to go through her ways. And I'm like, okay, I haven't probably read enough Scarlet Witch books to understand like who it could be. So maybe Robert knows because there's already like a smirk showing.
I'm not saying anything. Sorry.
I mean,
what do you want to know more of? I want to know fantastic. Sorry, I'll be right 2 seconds.
That's fine.
But there was one thing that I mentioned when I was watching this, because I watched Agent Carter, and there was a character on there named Dottie. I don't know if anyone else has watched that show.
Taking a note now.
There was a character, and she happened to be one of the main villains that Peggy goes up against.
Yes.
There's a character named Dottie, and she was pretty evil. And so when I heard that name, I was like, I've heard that before.
Good for you.
And because she also says particular things to her. What was it again? I've heard things about you and your husband. And then Wanda goes, but I don't mean anyone any harm.
Yep.
Yeah. And so the way I was thinking was maybe since Dottie was in Agent Carter's time, that was like in the 40s and all that, she was also Hydra. So
very good. Very good.
I was thinking maybe that's the Hydra connection.
Yep. Okay, so you're getting questions in the chat, sweetheart.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at your thing at the same time. Okay. Multi-layered cake of excitement. Exactly, my sweetheart. Exactly. Oh my God.
Now I want cake. We did, but now I cannot remember if we did it live or did it in the backstage.
No, we didn't. We did it in the backstage. We didn't do it live.
Okay.
Okay. There is multiple ways this show could go. All right. Now, okay. Who is keys to everything? Is that who is that? I don't know.
Keon. I used to.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
From Newbie Comics, he's on there a lot. He is like the dupe guy and the tank guy, the sleeveless guy, sleeveless in Seattle. I think.
Nice. Okay. Nothing. Okay. So far, the way they're going with it, I'm not seeing. I'm seeing little inclinations, possibly of Mephisto. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to make a big prediction on that. I know I know speculators are probably going to watch your show and go, "Oh, this and this. We need to get this. We need to get that." I'm like, well, you're too late now.
Nobody watches my show.
No, the show is already out. It's like kind of late to the game, but everybody's hoping for Mephisto to make a big time. All good. I mean, yeah, his Mephisto, the first appearance of Mephisto right now is already jumped to like $900 to $1,000.
Oh, he uses a word that Vision uses.
Enigma. Very good. Yes. He used Enigma. He also used, she called him, what was it? Oh, where did I write it?
Illusion?
What was it?
Illusion
and Enigma? Yeah. Yeah, they were using that reference. They referenced it a few times, quite a few times.
Especially because of the children, and I allegedly said in the backstage that now I have the feeling that Agnes could be Agatha, which is like the teacher of Scarlet Witch, especially because she feeds Wanda with particular things, like how to seduce your husband, how to do this, and you're the star of the show. But she also talks about her husband. So I'm also like, who's Ralph? Or is that like an underlying symbolism that I don't understand? Because I'm still a noob at a lot of things. As I also said with Gabby, like I really love Scarlet Witch, but I don't know everything. I'm still learning. But what I've seen so far, I just love her so much. And the funny thing is, last night I had Agent Carter. I was like, shall I watch Agent Carter? Because I'm like on episode 2 or 3, and I was like, man, never mind. I'll just watch a cartoon.
You should watch it.
Damn
you should watch it.
For sure.
What did I write here?
I'm also checking my notes real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry if you feel alone, Gabby. It's the old age.
Yeah. All I gotta say is, people that haven't seen it yet, and you go back and watch it, really pay attention to the wording, especially coming out of Vision when he's talking on a lot of different things. It's like I got this feeling that he's got like a half mind wipe, just like her, and little things. Notice when there's sense of danger at the end, or when she goes outside, and she sees something and it's not no, she says no, and it just rewinds to the point, and then boom, baby time. All these happy things, these happy memories, it's like,
she just wants it to her reality.
Ooh, it's gonna be like watching the Phoenix all over again, where she just releases.
Right. But as a noob, any idea who the beekeeper is? Because I didn't understand that symbolism.
Not offhand. People might know it, but I'm not recognizing it at all, to be perfectly honest. See, I think, when I was seeing the thing come out of the sewer, seeing the bees flying around him, and you could barely make out his face. You know, Hydra was coming to mind. Red Skull was coming to mind.
But it had a nose.
Yeah, it did. And then there was a bunch that was putting reference in my brain, even Mephisto in my back of my brain. Hey, buddy, Sean, we're geeking out.
But when I was watching that scene, and the beekeeper was coming out, since I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hive came to mind.
There you go.
God damn it.
There you go.
I have to go back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now.
You need to.
And what was that reference to?
Taking a note.
If people don't know, what was the Hive reference to?
Hive was apparently, according to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he was the inspiration behind Hydra's creation.
To the Hydra's creation of its club?
Basically.
Okay, there we go.
Well, was it the one guy that was first sleeping with Agent May, and I always forget his name?
Ward?
Yeah? Like, he was like also part of like the Inhumans, right? Or...
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way they explain it, Hive was actually the first Inhuman on Earth. The Kree came to Earth and created Hive to basically control their Inhuman army.
I knew she knew it. I knew she knew it. And look what's coming around the corner in the movies. the Inhumans. Gonna go right into the humans. See how they're putting those clues in there to bring you get you into the fold of watching their movies.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
Miss Marvel is coming up.
What's that, love?
Because Miss Marvel is coming up. But then I wonder, because I only have read one series and I still have to deep dive into it, the characters in general, which is the Internals. Like, what do they represent? Because I only know that they're supposed to be on Earth for like tons of years.
Yep.
Because my mind just stops as soon as I read Angelina Jolie. So, damn it. So I still have to get like, because I got the 80 series,
Sure.
the 12 issue series, and I have to reread it because honestly I forgot a lot about it.
Okay. They'll make it more exciting when you read it.
Hold on, just this thing, the beekeeper. Why do you see now in front of me the cocoon of Adam Warlock? But it probably has nothing to do with it, right?
No, but I see where you're going with it. I do see where you're going with it. Yeah.
Because he also controls the stones and and he handpicks people to, because he had Gamora who had a stone.
Yep. There's a whole bunch in there. The
Damn it.
you guys read the 12-part miniseries of Scarlet Witch, the old one from like the early 80s, all 12 parts.
With the Vision?
Yeah, Vision and
No,
Scarlet
'cause
Witch.
I only read the 4 one because we were talking about it.
What's that, love?
I only have one issue.
Oh, does that in trade? Do they have it in trade now?
Yes, the 4 one. It starts with from 82. It starts with the Giant Size Avengers.
With the Giants and Avengers, yep.
And then it goes into the one that they enter town with the Halloween, because it's from 82. And the one that you mentioned is, I believe, from 84, 85.
Yep. That's the 4-parter. Then there's a 12-parter actually too.
I still have to read that one.
So, this is the only one I have.
Okay, that one. Yep, that's the 4-part. I think isn't that the 4-part? I think that's right?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then I also have this one.
That's a good one right there. So that's the Vision one. That's the, what is it? 12-part mini issue series.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one I want you guys to read. If you can find it, read it
This
one.
is the only one I have.
Yeah, there you go. It's good because a lot of that in that story, when you read it, you'll see some of the parts of it coming to fruition in this show that we're watching.
Yes, and yesterday I finished the 4-issue 90 series, where there's she keeps having this dream, and then she goes to England to meet Agatha, and she helps her, and then there's also this thing with the twins, and it was like, no, it was just a projection of Mephisto. Because he wanted to be brought back alive, but something like that. It was
with one of her kids. Yeah, he wanted because they used the chaos. Okay, it has a lot to do with the chaos magic, and chaos magic, however you want to freaking put it. Evil religion, whatever, the devil. That's like the devil in the Marvel universe, Mephisto. They use the chaos magic, so in essence, he feels that one of the children are basically his. They're his souls. They're his soul. So it's like part of him, and hence that's why there's more that you have to read.
It's definitely homework. I'm writing it down now. Read the 12-issue series.
If Mephisto shows up, that'll be. Wow. I can just imagine in the back of my brain, all I see is this vision of blaze of fire, and then all of a sudden Mephisto shows up. He's going to be a badass if they do that, but we'll see.
I mean, because the reference is the devil is in the detail, and that's not the only place he's at. And
what else is he controlling? Who else is he controlling? It's like that whole thing. He's got his fingers in everything.
Yeah, and especially with the radio, like, who's doing this to you, Wanda? And
it's funny that you mentioned Sani. You thought of Hawkeye. It's exactly what I thought of right away too. Talking to the radio. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Was that Hawkeye's?
They have a connection.
Rewound it multiple
Yeah.
times. I was rewinding and listening to the voice. I did it like 3 times to listen to it.
Yeah, because they have a connection, and especially with the traumatizing advertising, and of course also in House of M when there's a small conversation and it's like, yeah, but you killed me, and oh my goodness.
And look at all of the little tiny tidbits here. For an example, when you go back and you watch the Avengers movies, and remember when we first come across Scarlet Witch, Wanda. She's kind of a rebel. She's really pissed off at the world because of what happened to her town and her brother, and she's with her brother. And the amount of control she just womped over ass all over friggin' Avengers team, and she's whispering in their ears.
Yeah, the mind control.
Yeah.
But she's looking into them, what they're seeing. She's seeing like their future. She's reading them, and knows what they're about. And that's, if you think about it, in essence, out of all the characters she did that to, and you're watching that, it gives you an essence of who she is inside. Like, she's balancing out, like, okay, who's the bad guy here? Who's the good guy here? So she's seen some truth in him. Yes, he's, a billionaire philanthropist. I said that wrong. Philanthropist. I can't even say it.
Philanthropist, whatever.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. And selling weapons to the highest bidder, whatever it may be, but the same thing. I mean, if you really focused on that, Tony Stark and that whole thing, yeah, and a lot of people did not like Age of Ultron. There was a lot of hate about that movie. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. There was so much there with the creation of Ultron, Vision creation there, Scarlet Witch creation there. If you didn't get the hint already, look at the end of that, where remember the whole piece of that city is going up in the air?
Yeah.
And she's fighting off all the drones by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ultron, do you think we'll see him again?
I think we'll see an essence of him possibly with the program. I'm waiting for, if you actually listen to the voice of Jarvis, who does it sound like? Sounds like Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really pay attention. Not a lot of people notice that.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole Jarvis thing of that whole, it's that whole dilemma that mankind deals with, especially when you look at our recent technologies. As an example of that, you look at what Tony Stark created and his creations, trying to make this super AI computer to have a soul, to have some intelligence, to make a change. It was kind of like a split of a soul. You have a good one and you have an evil one, and you put the both together and you try to balance them out together. But one always wants to dominate the other for whatever reasons, the logical reasons it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see going on there. Simple Simon's in the house. Hey, buddy.
Oh, well.
Yo. But you see where I'm going with that. There's so much depth there. A lot of people just kind of skim over that. But it just...
Yes, because I mentioned that to Gabby in our comic stream, that in this first issue, I didn't know Jarvis was like a butler type of guy, because I only remember him as the voice of Jarvis, and he was just a computer thing. And here he's like helping them move.
Yeah. I want to see Jarvis come back. I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, I like that.
I loved him in Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we even got to see him in Endgame too.
Nice. There, see.
So.
Damn it! How could I forgot? That's why this stream is awesome, because I already took so many notes. Like,
it's so fun. No, see, this is what makes it fun. This is fun. This is honey.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta say, ladies, I'm having a really good time with you guys. This is just like, people are going to get it. You hope. I know you guys get it.
Yeah.
It's so relieving to, like, it's like you got all this bent up energy and all this bent up anticipation of a character that you've enjoyed for years.
Yeah.
And to see her come to fruition, just yes. Now, if they can just do this with my Nolan Rad Silver Surfer, I'll be very happy.
Oh, that will be really awesome. I want Galactus. I will
you and me, boy.
Me.
Oh. I just want to see Nolan Rad. I'm hoping that if they bring him into the fold, I know they're making it. They're supposedly making it. They haven't even dealt on that out. It'll probably happen with the Inhumans, the Internals, and all of that happening together. And Doctor Strange, it could happen in that, where Silver Surfer comes into the fold somewhere. Because you remember, he was a scientist. He is an alien. He's humanoid alien, if you want to call it that. Nolan Rad on the planet, but it will be interesting to see how that goes. I would like to see them do a nice origin story of it. Would be really nice.
Yeah, because actually, Gabby and I are going to deep dive into the Fantastic Four because Gabby is this big Fantastic Four fan, and I know that she can help me school because I have, for example, this. The Hickman series, I have them laying around. One of my favorite is Behold Galactus.
Yep.
But there's still so much to learn. Like for sure, like I can level with Gabby on the Invisible Woman miniseries that came out a year or two ago.
Yep.
We will talk about that one really soon. But it's also very interesting because I know that Gabby knows so much, or I don't want to put you on the spot just in case you forget something when the time comes. Like, I thought you knew everything.
Not an expert.
But I know that I can learn a lot of things, and that's why I enjoy doing these streams. And I'm so happy that Rob is here because
big time.
No,
this is a blast.
Because we talked about this already last year. Like,
the
show is going to be awesome. Shall we do this review? And I'm like, Gabby should be there too.
Exactly. Like I'm gonna say this. I don't understand why Marvel does this, but I collect a lot of Vision and Deadpool. And the one I do not have, and all I wanted is because of the cover. It has nothing to do with the book, unfortunately. But it was Strange Academy. Go look up Strange Academy 6. It's got an art piece of Scarlet Witch on the cover. It's a gorgeous piece. And
Is that the red cover?
Huh?
Is that the red cover? Because I see like a red cover popping up with her.
She's in a red outfit with her crown on her head. It's art. It's not like a. You'll see it. Just look up issue 6 of Strange Academy. You'll see her on the cover.
I've seen it popping up because.
Yeah, they got a virgin cover of that. But my favorite of all time.
Oh, here it comes, the Marvels with Vision. I have it on my wall.
This is actually Deadpool. Deadpool issue 13 by Marvel. And this
honestly, I never looked inside. I saw the cover and I was like, neat.
Look at this.
Love it.
That's the trade dress. But the virgin color, the cover is just straight fire. Straight fire. Love that book. Just love it. And yes, my heroine. Is it heroine? Heroine. Am I supposed to say heroine? I'm saying it incorrectly, ain't I? A female hero, superhero is pronounced what?
Heroine, right?
Heroine, right?
I think heroine is like
that.
Yes. There we go. Oh man, this is cool.
It is. Yes. And then just having to wait another week. I mean, for sure.
That's what makes it exciting, honey. That's what makes it exciting.
It's like old school.
Exactly. When we used to read our old comic books, ones that would only come out monthly for a story drop, you'd read that in book maybe a couple of times during the month and waiting for the next episode series to come out. And then when they did annuals correctly, once every 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, they would put all the stories that were through those months that they came out, all those books into one annual, and you could read the annual and get caught up on all your reading material. That's how an annual should be. I don't do it like that anymore, but
Yeah, in the Netherlands, we got these comic books like every 3 months because they would just push them together, and you had like a mini trade coming out every once in a while.
Yep. Here's a cool one for you, ladies, that you should pick up.
Oh,
hold on, right? It's just for fun.
Have a good day, Simon. Thank you for stopping
Hey,
by.
buddy.
Bye.
In bed with Simon. I mean, watching the stream. Jesus, that came out wrong.
So this was a limited run. I think it was, I'm going to say 4 issues, exactly 4 issues. You want to find out a little bit more, gives you kind of a little synopsis. It's an okay story, but it's his first okay. So his first appearance of Mephisto was in Silver Surfer. Scarlet Witch started in X-Men, and that's her first appearance. Also, here is a mini series. Yeah, 4 issues. You can probably find these pretty reasonable now. But you want to find out more about Mephisto? Check this one out.
Oh, I have that one.
Yeah, have you read it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was
Not bad,
good.
huh? It's definitely a one you want to get. If you want to check out more about, you do a little bit. And then they got one with X Factor.
Yeah, I have all 4 of them.
But what's cool about it, if you're noticing, then the Avengers, notice how they've got Fantastic Four on one.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his hands in their pants. He's got their hands with the Avengers pants. He's got his hands with X Factor.
Huh.
What was the next one? Do you remember? What was number 4? Because I don't have it in front of me and I cannot remember.
I don't have it in front of me either.
1, 2. Oh, I'm missing 3, guys. I am a retard. I don't have 3. I didn't pull 3 out, so I can't tell you what 3 is. Doggone it. But notice how they did this run. A lot of people don't. Oh, that wasn't a great book. Yeah, it was. He's messing with the Avenger or messing with Fantastic Four. Okay. What I'm trying to show you here, and this is what people are forgetting, Mephisto with the Avengers. He's messing with them. If you read it. X Factor, the same thing. He's got his hands and everything. Look at Dr. Doom. You look at his history. He's got his hands and everything. And he's intelligent. Dr. Doom is a smart. He's intelligent.
Genius.
Makes it that much more exciting.
I got so much homework to do. What that?
You know where I envy you? You have more. You guys, I think you guys have, especially you, Sandy. I think you have a store that's near you that has a hell of a lot more trades than I can find. You find a lot of the really cool trades. That's what I love, because I would love to have, like, rather than read my older issues that are books, I usually have to get the reprints so I can read them or read them online. But the trades,
I'm reading online as well currently because we're in lockdown and still. But I want to know your thoughts on this book, Robert. I don't know if you've ever read it, but we talked about it just briefly on our show. Where is it? Damn it. Because the art is really ugly to me.
Is ugly, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's a worthy story to dive into.
Definitely give it a read, sweetheart. It's not a bad read. It's not a bad book. It's really good. I've got that entire series put away, but it's a good read. The art is not the greatest. No, agreed.
No, it's what pulls me.
But read it. Definitely give it a read. It's a good read.
I think Agatha's in here as well, or Agatha, however you pronounce it.
Agatha's in it.
Agatha,
Yep. You consider Agatha as like the she's kind of the high priestess, as I would consider her, the head witch. If nobody knows that, I don't know where you guys have been.
Then I will definitely give this another shot.
Please, yes, give it a read. Definitely give it a read.
I will too.
Art is not, like I said, art is very subjective. That got good ratings. It was a good book. I enjoyed that run.
Hello, Perry.
Yeah. Hey, Perry, what's up, buddy? By the way, Perry, I seen a snippet of your review of what we're talking about. Good job, buddy. Good job. Made me laugh. It was funny. He's like, I don't know what's going on right here. I don't understand this. He was great.
I also picked this up the other day, actually.
Oh, yeah. See, now I haven't read that book, and you know what's pulled me off from it? Her face and her hair. What is going on with her hair?
Yeah.
Did you read it? Did you read
all
that?
over the place?
Was there any relations to her in there in that story?
Because
sometimes they'll put like example, they'll put like the picture of a character on there and then they'll have nothing of her inside.
That's
why
that's true.
Oh yeah, look at that. Miss G said it the best. When I was talking about we were talking about Agatha. The crone, exactly right. I love you, honey. You're awesome. Yes.
But I have one issue with Scarlet Witch. I think it was also the All New Avengers. It was like a very pinkish cover. I think it was from last year or 2 years ago. Is she in there a lot? Is that another series I should check out when it comes to
I'd have to see the cover, honey. I can't remember. There's just so many. It's a possibility. Is it where her face is really ugly on the cover?
No. I pick up the pretty covers.
There's one where her face is on the side, and I'm like, who was the artist that did Scarlet Witch? They did a really bad job on her face. There was one book.
Wasn't heroin.
And it was Avengers. I'm sure of it.
Oh my goodness. I should have prepared. Hold on, let me check. I'll have to oh snap.
He's gonna leave us to the wind. So other than that, who's your other favorite character, Fantastic Girl?
I have so many.
Here's one. What attracts you about Scarlet? What do you like about Scarlet Witch so much? What you know so far? About that.
Well, like I was saying earlier, she's just really powerful. I love how powerful she is. Like,
yep. Well, what else? What other characters do you like? I know.
And hands down, Invisible Woman.
Invisible Woman, and why is that? I'm curious because I've got a few issues of her in her story, but I know probably zero about her because I never really had an interest in her. But tell me about her.
Well, first of all, she's Marvel's first lady. So
yep, true.
And I mean, her powers are also really interesting.
Okay.
I mean, to me.
Okay.
Because she obviously turns invisible, but she's not just limited to that. And I know, like, most people, when they hear Invisible Woman, like, they're thinking she can just turn invisible, but that's not true.
Right.
She has invisible force fields as well. So I think that's one of the things.
What's her real name?
What?
What is her real name?
Oh, well, when you first introduced to her, she's Susan Storm.
Susan Storm. Okay.
And then she ends up marrying Reed Richards. So she becomes Susan Richards.
Yep.
So, but back to the force fields, like, they're pretty much indestructible.
Uh-huh.
And that's one of the things I love about it.
Nice.
So she can basically, like, whatever she can think of in her mind, she can imagine it being anything. She can make barriers, weapons, anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, this is for people that don't know. I know very little. I knew some of that, what you were talking about. So as a character.
And plus she not only is Invisible Woman, she is a wife and a mom and
there you go.
A friend, and like I love like her role in the team and the family, and that's one of the things.
The family aspect of her.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Like I love how maternal she is. Like
Yeah.
she's so emotional and like giving and caring to everyone, basically.
Sure.
So that's one of the things that drew me to her in the first place. Like the Fantastic Four stories in general, like they're all about family.
They are.
All of that.
Yep, they are. Yep. Yeah, I just didn't know her much as a character, but I actually see because I've read that, so I know exactly what you're talking about there. Any other people?
Well, I have to say Spider-Man because that's how it all started for me.
Of course. Have you done any recent art lately?
You mean paintings?
Yeah. Yeah, your arse.
No, I've been busy with work and
How is
everything.
it going over there? What part of the country again?
East Coast, United States.
There you go. Okay. Did you find it?
Yes, that is. It's Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers.
Yes, it's a good book.
Yeah, definitely. We're checking out.
Definitely checking out, reading it. Yep.
Nice.
There you go.
And I actually found that I also have just one issue of the 12-issue limited series.
Yeah, you need to get all 12. Yeah,
but it's hard to find because I saw other covers, and they're fucking expensive.
What do they know? I don't even know. I haven't even looked.
Well, this one cost me like 10 or 12 euros, which is
what?
Yeah. But I was like, I want it.
I'm old. What was the cover price? 75 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 2 sets.
But yeah, I should have gotten those issues.
You'll find them. You'll find them. Just
for sure.
Yeah, you'll find them.
On
Definitely
some con.
find them. And you have to realize too that when we watched the movies too about Wanda, she was already told by Hawkeye she's an Avenger. Multiple times.
Yeah.
She's part of the Avengers, so she's part of that team.
Yeah, that was like a beautiful speech that he gave her. Like, I cannot babysit you here, but if you're gonna go out there, you want an Avenger. And she walks out, it's like, whoosh.
Yes, awesome.
Such a badass. Like she was, she could probably be like the Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian, right? Shit, like she would just walk in and be like, just like she did with Thanos.
Exactly right. So I am literally looking forward to more, and I hope everybody out there.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
They were cheap. It's a damn hype driving them up now. Like all the old issues.
I'm sure. Yeah, just be patient. You'll get them.
It's Gabby, dude.
That's Gabby, all Gabby right there. That's awesome.
She even has it in Sims form.
I didn't know about the Invisible Woman. What was that?
She even has a Sims version of the Invisible Woman. So
do you really?
Yeah, I made the entire Fantastic Four family in the Sims 4.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She made a house for them on Twitch, so pretty awesome.
You have it on Twitch? Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll have to go watch that now.
Yeah, and I made all the Avengers too. The original 6 Avengers.
Yep. Nice.
Now she has to make the Wanda and Vision home.
Yes.
Too much stress.
I don't know. You got any more you want to talk about, or?
I think we already kind of went through everything. It's just the excitement, and now that I have more homework,
you'll be fine.
No, but it's good because I want to learn more about it because I'm reading a lot of stuff online and I see there are like a bunch of different series about her. So I first went for the 90s one.
Yeah, it spreads to like probably this whole collage. Here, what is it? I think Feige, the guy who created this from Disney, he is you can actually go look that up. You can actually go look up Olsen, the lady that's our actress that's playing Wanda.
Elizabeth Olsen.
You can look her up. And I think it was probably either a month or two ago. I think she actually will show you where she got her homework from to do this role. And that will give you a nice synopsis of where they're pulling parts, not all, because that's what they do all the time. They might go one way and then flip it on you and do it a different way. So it's like, but it will give you a nice little synopsis of what they're touching on. And if you watch all those books she's talking about, that was her homework before doing this.
That's for Robert. He is a numerology king at the moment.
What do you think it may be? Yeah. Hold on. I am trying to cross-reference the comic volumes and issues. I can't figure it out. Don't worry about it. Like I said, when I see it, I write it down and I think about it later. I haven't had an opportunity to think about it. I just found out, I just thought it was weird that it just stuck out. There's certain things when the camera, I love watching like, an example, like when we were watching it, I'll watch the movie over again. Or if you watch the movie, you will notice that a director, when he directs his movie and he shows stuff on the big screen, that there'll be certain focuses he's focusing on that he wants you as the audience to pay attention to. And then all of a sudden it's like, what the hell is this? It's like this random hallway. Why am I looking at this hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, there's something right there on the wall that's out of place. Or do you see what I'm saying? It's like their artist canvas is right there on the wall, so it could be multiple things.
Did you watch the live stream where they were counting down to the WandaVision 2 episodes to air with all the actors? Because I found it interesting that they had the guy, Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, who had a question.
I seen that. I actually watched that. That was good.
The Falcon had a question, and Doctor Strange had a question.
Yep. Yeah, it was funny. Kind of like put a little hint drop in there.
Right.
And he can also throw you off, too. Remember, we're talking about Loki, the god of mischief.
Yes!
Never know what
I was thinking. Because he went to a different reality, and so
it makes it very interesting.
All these timelines. There was a lot of suspicious things.
It was so fun. So fun.
Mm-hmm. But for sure, this will probably happen again next week.
I'm more than willing to come on with you, sweetheart. Anytime you want me. I love you guys. And
I hope Gabby can join.
Who's that?
Gabby.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you're not
we're missing from Australia.
Sarah,
we need to have Sarah on as well.
Or Keon, if you're interested, because I know that you also know a lot of things with Marvel stuff that you pump out. I mean, you're interested in Doom. Plus, he's like, it's refreshing to see someone being into Invisible Woman. Perhaps Keon can also bring in some knowledge, and will be interesting. So if anyone is watching and wants to jump on, let us know, and we might accept you or just not. No.
So much to ponder this coming week. Yes, it is, my lovely. Yes, there is. It's gonna be.
Now they're going to the 70s.
What's that?
Now they're going to the 70s because we had the 50s and the 60s. And
yep. Very good. Very good. Now we're going from black and white to color.
Mm-hmm. Because I think it also has to do with the fact that she refused the beekeeper and she went back to the different reality and she really starts to believe in it. Like, is this really happening?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. And then everything turns to color.
And also, I'm really curious because when you see the trailer and the 90s stuff, it really reminds me of Full House, her twin sisters. They go from that. Because I'm always hearing that song in my mind when I see her like turning around like,
You even see it looked kind of like, I almost wanted to say because of her clothes, it reminded me of Brady Bunch reference. There was one part in there where it shows the stairs. You know how you see that? Remember the old staircase? They always showed that in the living room scene. Yeah, there was a little scene like that in there.
Plus, also, I think, the reference, we talked about it, Gabby, that we've also seen in the trailer. I hope I have the right issue right now. God damn it. God damn it. Ah! Yes. Because this is Trick or Treat, and we saw them dressed up for Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. In their original costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that costume so much.
So do I.
I actually want to get that Koto Bukia, whatever his name is, the Japanese figurine designer.
Yes.
He has a really nice Wanda figurine. I'm probably gonna get it really soon because it looks so beautiful. I have my moments.
No.
Right?
Hack. What is it?
Gonna rewatch the episodes now after listening to you guys' great review.
No problem, Hack.
Joining. Thank you for joining.
Awesome, Hack.
I mean, it's such an honor that he's here, right?
Yeah. It's funny how he shows up on your show. I never see him.
And I show up drunk on his show, but whatever.
What were you gonna show? Okay, yep.
Just the beautiful outfit.
It's beautiful.
The queen.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm very excited for next week. And perhaps if Gabby has more time this week, we can do some extra homework and talk about the comics that he just mentioned, like the 12-issue run of the Avengers, because we could probably find it online. Fuck it.
And the Scarlet Witch and Vision, that one too.
Yes, yeah, the 12-issue run, and I really want to look up the Mephisto or Mephisto, whatever, versus Mephisto, Fantastic Four, X Factor, Avengers. And of course,
give you an example. It's like it's going to show you his strengths and show you how he's got his hands into everything. You just all you got to think is Doctor Doom the same way. He's got his hands in everything. He's manipulating things.
Yeah.
Your question to have for next week: how many went back and rewatched?
I know.
Watched it a bunch of times.
I know. It's too funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Miss G was so funny last night. She goes, "You are truly geeking out right now." Because I'm like on my edge of my seat. I'm like, this is awesome.
Jumping out, right? Pausing.
Miss G understands now. She's like, this was cool. I go, yes.
Finally.
Yes.
No divorce. No, I'm kidding.
Never.
Never.
I'm trying to find. She already knows that I've been going crazy. I want to find Miss G an outfit just like this with the long red cape. Yeah, buddy.
Do we want to know, Rob?
You're my buddy. You would get it. Great cosplay outfit.
The $69, right?
Oh, I love you guys. So, you want to do this again next week? Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. I'm up for it. You guys were awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. It was so much fun. I don't get to do this very often, so it's awesome when we can.
It was
all our schedules, you know. What did I say? My boy Rob.
You guys muted.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. Just go
# blocked. Oh, we already had. Sorry, I'm running behind. God damn it.
You're good, love. You're caught up. May I shout out something from my show tonight?
Of course.
Excellent. Okay, so all you out there, catch us on the rewind. We have a show tonight at midnight. Thank you very much, Shani. This was a blast. Fantastic girl. You were awesome. I learned something today. See, something I didn't know about at all about Invisible Woman. So that was awesome. Also, make sure you go and thumbs us up, like it, share it, please. Shani, thank you so much. So tonight on the Nerdy Collector Show, we have a special guest on tonight, somebody I've been looking forward to. And the best part is he's in my neighborhood in Wisconsin. He lives in Wisconsin, and it's Magic Lasso. You know, the big guy that loves Wonder Woman. Come to the show tonight at midnight. He'll be on, so he's my special guest. Love you, Shani. Thank you so much. Fantastic girl. You guys were awesome. I can't wait till next week. This was so much fun. Peace, love, kiss.
Okay, Gabby, don't be afraid now. Do you have anything coming up?
Probably just some more streams on Twitch.
I gotta watch those, darn it.
What?
I want to see those now. You got my attention.
Links in the bio.
Yeah.
Check it.
Check out the Fantastic Girl on Twitch. And I do plan on making more YouTube videos as well. So it's got a lot of stuff coming. I'm really excited to share.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
And of course, the Comic Gamer Girls. That's what we do. Gabby and I, Comic Gamer Girls. We're going to talk about comics and video games. Everything is still in the process of happening, but Scarlet Witch is taking over.
Yeah.
The queen.
But we will have a stream talking about Invisible Woman. Very soon.
Awesome. That would be fun.
Can you imagine me probably just burning all my Captain Marvel stuff at the end of this year and be like, I need more Scarlet Witch? I hope not.
No.
So I guess we're just going to show a book there.
I'm just showing what the story, I'm hoping that because YouTube does this really weird. So it's like, if you want to go back and use this as a screensaver, it will give give you a reminder of what this was about. Okay. And it gives you a nice little tag if you want to use that as a picture. Boop.
I don't know what I'm doing anyway, so
it'll just end like this. Peace.
Yeah,
Love you guys.